Hi everyone, my name is Arvin Olano and welcome to my YouTube channel. So, nobody asked, but in today's video, we are going to give my studio a little makeover. Now, my studio is, I use that term lightly because it's really just a space where I can be creative, sit down. I have my clothing rack back here, and this is where I shoot some of my Instagram photos, and this is where I film most of my sit-down videos as well. You would recognize this little background here, this art piece, and the pampas grass. Anyway, it's just looking a little dingy right now. It's becoming a place where I dump all of my new in pieces, my clothes, and it just feels cluttered and not organized, you know? So I want to give it a little bit of a makeover. Andrew already added a really stunning piece in here, which I will show you in a little bit, but I have a lot of stuff to do still. I have to unpackage some furniture, I have to unpackage a few little bits and pieces, some accessories, and we're gonna decorate and style this room together, and I can't wait to show you the end result. So, before I begin, if you're looking for a channel that's gonna help you live your style so that you can live a fashionable life, this is it. So you go down below and hit that subscribe button. All right, so I wanna show you what the studio looks like before I style everything. So when you walk in, it's a really nice big open space. You can see my clothing rack there. That's where I film most of the time. We have the pampas, the art piece. One of the big challenges is going to be this builder grade closet with the ugly mirrors. I'm gonna have to do something with that so it looks really nice and aesthetic. And as you can see, I just have a lot of stuff in here. I have this old IKEA cabinet, which is not the business. I have all of like my rare and exotic plants there. I'm gonna have to move a lot of that out. I have a random Gucci bag and a lot of packages. I just have a lot of random stuff in here. I have all these new packages, this mirror as well that I'm going to be painting and redoing. So the first thing that I'm gonna do is probably declutter the space. So I'm gonna take everything out. That way I have a blank canvas to work with.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna...
I'm just going to clean it up a little bit. I'm gonna vacuum using the Dyson. I don't know what it's called, but if you don't have one of these, you guys, this changed my life. I used to hate cleaning the house. It's wireless and you can just kind of go anywhere and it's quick, one and done kind of vacuum.
Finding life along the way, melodies we...
Whew. The room feels so much bigger now that there's nothing in here. But anyway, I think I'm going to keep the rug the same because I didn't find one that was perfect or big enough for the space yet. So we're gonna work with what we have, and I'm just gonna reconfigure the rug. I think I'm gonna bring it more towards the center of the, oh. That's really heavy. Okay, I think that's good for now. I placed the rug more towards in the center. All right, so Andrew helped me pick this chair up yesterday. It's from World Market, and I think it's gonna be the perfect piece to add into the studio, somewhere where I can sit down, relax, film, edit. Can't wait to show you which one I got. It's kind of big, actually. Okay, normally Andrew does all the hard labor, but for this video, I'll do it for you guys. Ooh! Did you see that? She swivels. Yes. Oh my gosh, it looks so comfy and cozy. I picked out the Bryn feather-filled chair, and I wanted this because of its size, and I feel like this will be perfect in that little corner of the studio. Oh my gosh. Ooh, it's perfect. Yes. All right, so we are here outdoors, and there's a piece that we just got from Crate and Barrel that is gonna be going in the studio. Okay, so it's a large cement planter, and it's in that really beautiful sphere shape. I think this will be perfect to add like that structural element into the bedroom, or I mean the studio. All right, so you know I'm all about adding statement pieces in my space, and what was that noise? I'm all about adding large decorative pieces in my space because it really creates that impact. One of my favorite places, oh my God, the echo. One of my favorite places to gather inspiration is Restoration Hardware, and when you go into their galleries, everything is massive and grand, and it really feels luxurious and high-end. So when I'm looking for decor pieces, I make sure that they are really, really big. Oh my God, this is stunning. Ooh. This is so heavy. So these uva stalks are one of my favorite things in my home. It really adds that earthy kind of touch to any room. So I'm gonna leave it in this white vessel, which I got from At Home, and I get so many questions about these uva stalks. I got them from Pier 1, and I think they're currently sold out. They only sell it in the, I'm out of breath. They only sell it during the fall season, but I know CB2 stocks these stocks as well. So I'm gonna link them down below for you. Anything that I can find, anything that is still available, I'm gonna link it for you. Don't worry, they'll be in the description box down below. Okay. Woo! That looks stunning! Wow. I feel like I need to get like 10 more of these stocks to really create like a full effect. So I'm not entirely sure what I was going to do in this area. I had that nasty IKEA little shelving unit for all of my plants, but I'm gonna be honest, it was just getting too cluttered in here, so I'm gonna get rid of most of those plants. And for the time being, I was going to put a bench here or a console table, but for now I think I'm gonna do the bench. And I have the perfect one that I got from HomeGoods. Oh my God. Actually, that looks pretty cool. I just got home from IKEA. I picked up a few curtains. I actually got 4 pairs of the Marite. They are 118 inches long, so about 10 or like 9 feet. I also got a new lamp. It's more of a task lamp vibe. I was going for like a Restoration Hardware kind of styling. I also got this cute little lamp. It's literally so tiny. But anyway, this lamp is super pretty, but I don't think it's gonna work. It's competing with one element that I brought into the studio. So we're gonna get rid of her. I also got a curtain rod from HomeGoods. This one is like a 10-foot rod. It was only $19.99, super cheap, and it has kind of like a round sphere. Andrew already went ahead and painted the mirror that was in the bedroom. Already it looks 10 times better. Look at that stunning texture. All right, everybody. Andrew put up the curtain rod all the way to the top. It's about 9 or 10 feet. Oh, wait, I hope you can hear me with that fan. I bought a set of 4 because I thought I would need more, but I only needed 2 sets, and they were $39.99 each, so not bad. They're almost like blackout curtains, but once I steam these, they're gonna look so, so good. You're gonna fall. I'm not gonna fall. So I'm steaming out the curtains, and I'm kind of freaking out because sometimes this steamer spews out like brown liquid, and I don't want to ruin these because they were a little bit pricey, you know what I mean? So hopefully it's fine. If I go slow, it should be okay. All right, everybody, it is the following day. I had such a fun-filled and busy day yesterday. I spent time with my family, we went to my parents' house, so I didn't have enough time to finish all of the projects, but today is really exciting. It's really early in the morning, and I'm taking advantage of this beautiful morning light that comes in here in the studio, and you can kind of already see I finished the curtains yesterday. It's looking so good. So now it's time to style up the room, and this is where the studio will come alive. Let's get on to styling.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways.
Hi everyone, and welcome to my studio.
And on we'll go.
All right, everybody, I am so excited with the way the studio turned out. I love how everything just came together, and I want to give you a quick walkthrough of what I did, starting with this massive pendant that we got from CB2, and Andrew actually surprised me with this piece. We've had it in our garage for a few months now. I had a vision of having it in my dining room, but it wasn't working out. I kept talking about how I wanted it here in my studio, and finally, when I decided to give it a makeover, Andrew surprised me with hanging this up. Now, if you've been following me for a while, you would know that Andrew is an electrical engineer and he knows how to do all of this lighting situation. He actually climbed up into the ceiling in this nasty Vegas weather of like 100 and something degrees. So, thank you, baby. So, this pendant is a focal point here in the studio, and you know I'm all about statement pieces. One of the main challenges in this studio was the ugly builder grade mirror right behind me. Well, it used to be right behind me, and my idea was to create this illusion of a space that felt like it was in a corner of a massive bedroom. So I looked up photos on Pinterest, and I kept seeing Scandinavian designs of apartments or condos that had floor-to-ceiling mirrors and floor-to-ceiling curtains. I got inspired, and I thought, why not recreate that vibe and that look here in the studio just by adding really, really long curtains. Now, these are from IKEA. They are the style Marit, and I got the longest curtains I could find. They're 118 inches or around 9 feet. I used 2 sets of the curtains to create this full and dramatic effect, and I feel like it really creates a mood and a vibe and a moment here in the studio. The chair that I got here from World Market is so comfy. It is feather-filled. It's the Bryn swivel chair, and I love how I can kind of do a little boop, boop. Anyway, it's so comfy, so I can spend hours and hours sitting here, getting comfortable, getting creative, and filming my YouTube videos. Now, this wicker table is from Target. It's from the Studio McGee collab, and I just decided to give it a little bit of decor. I started with this massive Tom Ford book and this giant geode that I got from HomeGoods, which is coming in a Shop With Me video really soon. Down here I have some coffee table books. This is a Chanel one, Travel Home, and these vintage style vessels are from Restoration Hardware. This task lamp is from IKEA. There's a lot of play on proportion and size here in the studio. I have this giant pendant right up here from CB2, and I juxtaposed it with this black iron task lamp from IKEA, and I love that it's dainty and small. There's a soft feminine chair from World Market, and it's playing with this massive curtain. When it comes to my design style, I like that mix of hard and soft, masculine and feminine. So right behind me I have this art piece from HomeGoods. It's by Sarah Brooke. It's in the same place. It's in the same layout, but before I actually had a massive couch here from West Elm. It was just way too big, way too bulky, and it made the room feel small. So opening this up was essential for my space. You know I love statement pieces here in my home, and over in this corner, I added the uva stalks, which are from Pier 1. They are currently sold out, but I'm going to link some down below from CB2. I think right now they're on pre-order, but I highly recommend ordering them now because the last time I checked, it said that they were shipping at the end of July. But the vessel that I used is from Crate & Barrel. It's a massive sphere vessel. It's actually a planter. Okay, so over in this corner, I wasn't sure of what I was going to add here. So this bench is from HomeGoods, and it was actually in our backyard, but I decided to move it here. I think it matches the earthy vibes of the studio, and if I wanted to sit down, have a coffee, enjoy this morning light, I wanted this corner to feel cozy and inviting. That way, if I wanted to enjoy some tea or coffee, I can. In this corner, I usually do all of my outfit posts on Instagram and on stories. This corner is great because it shows off the entire span of the room, and I also get the effect of the curtains here as well. But it used to be black and gold and really ugly, and it felt really heavy here in the room. And Andrew helped me paint this mirror into kind of like a distressed white. I love that it looks kind of imperfect, it looks almost old and vintage, but because it's white, it just disappears into the room and it makes it feel even larger in here, which is always a plus. Now, moving right along here into my clothing rack, I always hang my inspirational pieces or pieces that are brand new, things that I want to shoot, things that I want to wear. I have a few new favorites in here, which is this vanilla colored linen blazer. It's from Gucci. I love this piece so much. Anyway, this space is normally empty and I can move my clothing rack around, which by the way, this is from Target, and this is where I take some of my Instagram photos. In this final corner, I decided to add this piece of art just leaning against the wall, and of course, it matches all of the black and white vibes that I have going on. Now, I was actually having such a hard time designing this space because I kept thinking about, all right, well, let me make it into like an office, or maybe I need to have a desk and a computer, but I actually just needed this space to function the way I needed it to function. And I think I've achieved that with how I reconfigured the space, and we took out a lot of the clutter. We used a lot of old pieces, and we didn't have to buy a bunch of new items. It just goes to show you that with a little bit of creativity and styling and design, you can transform a space and truly make it your own. All right, everyone, that was it for me today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this studio makeover. Comment down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. You know I enjoy chatting with you in the comments. Now, I'm gonna go to HomeGoods and film a shop with me video, so don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, everyone.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us.